what's up guys? Thanks for tuning in today. We are doing flashlight review number 2. This is the Olight M1T Raider, and if you guys can hang on until the end of the video, I promise it will be a short review. I'm going to tell you about some awesome deals where you can save on the Raider, the Warrior, and other products from Olight. So stay tuned, we're going to get into it right now. So just to give you guys an idea of size difference, here's the Warrior right here, and this is the Raider. So we're looking at a flashlight that is almost half the size of the Warrior. But that's not the only difference. The other big difference to take into account here is the battery. The Warrior battery is a lithium ion rechargeable, about yay big, and the Raider battery is this cute little CR123. Now, my opinion on batteries, rechargeable one, good to go. CR123, also good to go, but the only problem that I kind of have with this battery is the fact that it's not AA, and last time I checked, CR123A batteries are not that common. At least not as common as AA batteries, at least in the area that I live in. Now, you can find the CR123 batteries maybe if you go into your local Walmart and you go to the photo department or other location, but generally speaking, you can find AA batteries everywhere. CR123s are not that common, so I kind of would prefer a AA battery or a more common battery, but it's not a deal breaker for me because I always carry backups with me when I have this light. So not a big deal, but you know, point out the differences. First of all, like we saw, big size difference here, and then the battery being a big difference. Obviously, when you have a smaller battery, you're going to have a smaller output, right? So the Warrior is maxing out at 1500 lumen in the turbo mode, and that's thanks to that monstrous battery. The Raider is at 500, which is still really bright. So it really depends on what are you looking for. With the Warrior, you're gonna have a lot more lighting modes, you're gonna have a lot more power, but do you really need that much? It just depends on the mission in hand. For me, this little light's perfect because, you know, I'm not doing tactical room clearing or things like that, maybe where I would need a super powerful flashlight. I'm literally well, I've already used this light to locate some lost Batman toys underneath the couch. So, what's the mission? Choose a light that fits that purpose. The other thing to mention about the Raider is it has more than one lighting mode. So this is the max mode right here at 500 lumens. The other lighting mode is more like a reading mode. I'm getting a little practice in how to activate it. It's a little tricky, but it's basically like 2 soft presses on the tail switch, and then, let me see here. There we go. So yeah, you see what I'm talking about, guys? It's more like a reading mode, and if I recall correctly, it's 200 lumen? Something like that? No, God, no, not 200 lumen. Like 5 or 10 lumen, right? It's super, super low powerful, good for reading maps and preserving the night vision or whatever else you're doing. So it's 2 soft presses on that tail switch, like so, for reading mode, and then full on blast. You can click it and it will just stay on for the 500 lumen turbo mode. So finally, another big difference between these two lights, and I'm just kind of using these as a comparison because, hey, they're both made by Olight and they're both pretty badass lights. But anyways, the other big difference between the Warrior here in my left hand and the Raider right here is the price. You're going to drop a $100 bill on this. Boom, gone, cha-ching. See you later. You're going to drop about $40, $39.99, $99.99. So, you know, if you're one of those people who just maybe isn't familiar with Olight, wants to, you know, check out their products and see if the hype is really, you know, if it's true, then you go with cheaper option. You check it out, you like it, you're like, all right, cool, you know, maybe now I feel a little more comfortable about dropping a $100 bill on something like the Warrior or a similar flashlight offered by Olight. So, big price difference, but it's really, you know, how comfortable are you with Olight, how familiar are you with their products, and, you know, kind of how do you spend your money. For me personally, when I'm getting into new product, I don't like to dive right in and spend a bunch of money. So picking up the Raider like this would be a good option as an intro to Olight, in my opinion. So now something these flashlights have in common. They're both waterproof, and they're both drop proof. This one you can drop from a much higher height, about 5 feet, and it will not break. This one you can drop from about 1.5 meters and it will not break, but hopefully you're not just randomly just throwing your flashlight on hard surfaces such as like a concrete or, you know, asphalt or whatever. So yeah, drop proof from 1.5 meters. Waterproof rating is, oh, let me divine this, IPX8, which means you can submerge it up to 2 meters in water for about 30 minutes and pull it out and it's still gonna work for you. So now let me just give you a little up close and personal look at the light. As you can see, it's that nice design. It's kind of a trademark of Olight. This collaring on the inside ring right here, this little bit of edging, and then what they call a helix, kind of a DNA style swirl here for added grip. And that's it. It's a simple light, reversible pocket clip, and large exposed tail switch makes it super easy to operate. Now, on to the good stuff, the sales. Let's go ahead and cue those up right now. So basically, the way this is gonna go is you're gonna save big. You're gonna save 40% on the Warrior, you're gonna save 40% on another light, and you're also going to save 30% on the Raider, which is pretty big considering the fact that it's a $40 flashlight, so saving 30% on 40, I don't know, I'm not too good at my math, but I think that's a pretty good deal, don't you? So, that's it. The sales are starting literally right now. The graphics show you how long the sales run. I'm not gonna get in that super detail. If you guys wanna rewind back about 10-15 seconds or whatever and look at those slides, please do so. I'm gonna post some more info up in the description, and that's it. Now I got my mini EDC and I got my primary EDC, and I'm feeling pretty happy about this. So if you guys like the content on this channel, make sure you hit that almighty subscribe button down there at the bottom. Drop me a comment. Let's have a nice, happy little conversation. Of course, on the internet, it usually doesn't go like that. Usually somebody has something to bitch about. So let's talk, let's bitch about something, and let's just have a wonderful day. And happy hunting on these sales, guys. Get on it. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in.